Watch the white van in the centre of the picture. Around one police car it manoeuvres, then heads off at speed, about to collide into another. Two officers make a dash for the van doors, but the driver accelerates away. He's been going for 30 minutes now, non-stop. He's driven over and killed one young woman in front of her children and deliberately driven into 4 other families. A journey of madness and mayhem, said one lawyer today. This is the moment it finally ends. Matthew Tredon was driving that van last October. Depicted here at an earlier hearing, he's 32, worked for Revenue and Customs in Cardiff, had just split up with his girlfriend and was, the court heard, in the grip of a severe psychotic illness. At 3:30 that afternoon, he mounted the pavement along this road in Cardiff. He smashed his 3-ton van into a young mother who was walking hand in hand with her 2 young children. Then, shortly afterwards, he veered off the road towards another young family. There was a roar, then a thud, the father recalls, as he watched his partner buckle on impact with the van, the pram with their child in sent flying. Karina Menzies would be the next to be hit. 31 years old, walking back home from school with her 2 youngest daughters. All I can remember, said one man who witnessed the attack by this fire station, was bodies flying through the air like skittles. After knocking the family down, he then drove on across the forecourt here, reversed and turned around. Another witness then remembers him clearly lining the van up, engine revving, in order to hit Karina Menzies for a second time. He remembers Miss Menzies managing to raise herself up, trying to push her daughter out of the way and putting her hand up to try to gesture to the van driver to stop. But as the witness said, Tredon then just ploughed straight into her. Karina Menzies' injuries were described as catastrophic. She died soon after being run over. Her children, 2 of whom watched it all happen, are now being looked after by her sister.
Karina was a doting mum who would do anything for her children. They idolised her, and a big gaping hole has been left in their lives. She was like a mother figure to the rest of the family. We miss her so much.
Some of the other victims that day were in court. One, Jill White, in a wheelchair, left the courtroom with her family momentarily when highly distressing footage was shown of her being run over by Tredon at a petrol station. A horrific scene witnessed by Elizabeth Hayward.
The next thing I saw was a lady in pink, bright pink, so that was why I noticed it, at the front of the bonnet, with her legs sort of underneath, hitting the bonnet. She literally slipped under the van, and he went forward, and there were several people here. We were all shouting, "Stop, get back," which he did. He reversed off her and then went back over her again.
The woman's daughter then ran towards the van to try to stop it. Tredon ran her over too. Both women were caught side by side underneath the van and then dragged along the road for nearly 50 metres. "He's just taken my life away from me," said Jill White in a statement read to the court today. Matthew Tredon appeared via video link from Ashworth Maximum Security Hospital. He listened quietly as lawyers described how he'd been diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. A man with a history of mental illness who on the 19th of October last year believed he was taking revenge on people he thought had been persecuting him. In reality, he'd never met any of them before. Tredon has admitted the manslaughter of Karina Menzies, as well as 7 attempted murders. He will be sentenced tomorrow.